This piece of art you're seeing on the screen right now is worth $69.3 million at the time of filming this video. This piece of art was made by BEEPLE and officially sold March 11th. NFTs seem to be the next hot trend, the next hot thing, and a lot of people are wondering, what is NFTs? Are they going to stay around? What's going on? Today we're going to break down exactly what's happening with NFTs, and I'm going to give my opinion on if NFT is something that you should think about investing in or buy. Is it even an awesome column or not? So let's jump right into the video. NFT, non-fungible token, acts as a digital certification of authentication. Wow, certificate of authentication. I guess that's a proper way of saying this. Somebody send me back to English class. The market for NFTs is approximately $338 million versus $41 million back in 2018, which makes this a growing asset column. Basically, NFTs are like the digital version of trading cards, of Pokemon cards, or collectible items like action figures or vehicles. It's like unique pieces of art, or I guess quite frankly art. It's like unique piece of art that creators can make and sell but now have an original source. This piece of art by Beeple is worth $69 million, which is insane because this is literally a digital copy that we could use on the screen. You could print out yourself at home. The reason why the winning bidder paid the $69 million is because now they literally own that piece of art that is theirs. It's just like how if we had Mona Lisa's painting and you got a poster, you just because you have the poster is not worth the actual original copy of the Mona Lisa. So we're gonna go into a little bit more about NFTs so you guys get a better understanding, and hopefully towards the end of the video you'll fully understand what an NFT is and what you're really getting into if you're deciding to buy some NFTs. But before we start with the video, I want you to comment down below if you're currently holding any NFTs and what are you holding them in. I see NBA has some, I see there's some kitty meme ones. I'm just wondering what's going on. I even heard that Logan Paul has a couple of NFTs going on. I don't know, we're gonna have to see. So the idea of an NFT is like the same way a great artist would sign the end of their painting, making sure you know that you have that authentic original copy. NFT winds up having the same thing through blockchain where the information is stored. NFTs are cryptocurrency, but unlike fungible tokens like Bitcoin, an NFT is going to be completely unique and will only be one of a kind. They exist in a string of letters and numbers stored on a blockchain ledger. The information can contain who owns a digital asset, who sold it, and when it was sold. This information is also encrypted, ensuring that the NFT remains authentic and scarce. In doing this, they fix a problem that a lot of online creators have when they're creating these art pieces, because it's very easy to copy an image, print it yourself, but having that digital signature will be able to create original copies and original files, just like we've seen with the Mona Lisa painting and other great paintings in the past. Again, we go back to the example of the Mona Lisa painting because the original Mona Lisa painting is worth millions of dollars. Now, if you go to the gift shop and buy a poster version, the same size, looks very similar in print, if you replace it, the blind eye wouldn't be able to tell the difference. However, the value in the printed copy you got for $9.99 at the gift shop, I'm sure they sell for a lot more. That same copy that you got for $9.99 is not going to be worth the same as the original Mona Lisa. In the same way, these NFTs are capturing who created it, when it was created, and who actually owns it, bringing it back to the root, making that first copy the original copy. When we look back to Beeple's art piece, how would one know who owns it and who bought it when it's literally a digital piece of art? This is not something that was printed out. This is not something that's meant to be hung on the wall. I mean, you could print it out hanging on the wall, but it was sold like a digital file. And what's stopping the same guy who paid $69 million to just copy it and save it himself? Because over time, just like any other asset, it's gonna appreciate over time as it gets more valuable, more scarce. That's what makes this another interesting asset column to invest in. NFTs have been applied to video games, digital art, and sports memorabilia. An example of this would be NBA Top Shot, which allows the user to obtain digital collections of NBA highlights. All the highlights are now considered NFTs, and depending on which highlight you get in the pack you buy, could potentially be worth millions of dollars. By mid-March, NBA Top Shot will have generated $338 million in sales since it went live back in October of 2020. So this is just another insane thing that you could buy a pack and potentially in that pack receive one of the craziest highlights in NBA history, and that could potentially be worth millions of dollars in the future. As the digital world continues, as we get more digitalized, we're just going to see more and more of this coming into play with different aspects. We already see it with art, we already see it with video games, we already see it with sports memorabilia. What's next? Will they have this with other art forms? This could potentially be the next thing where instead of having a deed, someone just has an NFT. That way it's easier to transfer over than going through all the legal process. So it's something interesting to see what happens, and its implementation, again, it's very early, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Crypto experts have been saying this already, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. The potential the NFTs have is insane because of the way they're storing that data, heavily encrypted, so you always could source back to who owns it, when it was sold, when it was created, how much it was purchased for. All that information can be stored in an encrypted crypto ledger. And NFTs have already made into the mainstream market. We already see Logan Paul having his own NFTs. We see Beeples selling his art at Christie's auction house for its first purely digital art. That's insane, because if you know the history of Christie's, that's literally where they sell most high ticket pieces of art. One concern that arises with NFTs is that anyone could go into the marketplace, making it hard to verify if the person selling the art truly is a creator and has the original file, especially when you don't know who the person is that's selling it. This hurdle could obviously be overcome by two-step verification, but until that point comes, that will be a small challenge in the current realm of NFTs. Obviously though, when buying it from directly the seller, like buying it from Christie's, you're getting it directly from Beeple. If you're buying it from Jake Paul, I'm assuming you're gonna buy it straight from his website. If you're gonna buy it from NBA, if you're gonna buy NBA Top Shot, you're gonna buy it from NBA's website. That's fine, but when it comes to different marketplaces, that's when the challenges arrive for verification purposes. Now, is NFTs the next hot thing or just a bubble? Let me know down in the comment sections below. I personally think that NFTs could potentially be the next big thing, in a sense that it's going to be a disruptor in the marketplace and change the way we see authentication. Because like I said, if they were to implement this in property, in vintage vehicles, in almost any asset column, the way that they could encrypt this information, we could potentially see a different way of selling huge ticket items like cars, homes, collectible items, etc. That's essentially what NFTs are. Hopefully by this point you have your head wrapped around this concept and you have a general idea of what an NFT is. Now this is a little different video from what I usually make. I usually make stock related videos. I had to talk about NFTs because it's been a hot new thing going on and I just want my viewers to be informed. So if you're new to the channel, I'd love if you could subscribe, join the journey. I aim to make daily videos talking about stocks and different hot topics that are going on in the marketplace. That being said guys, only invest the money you're willing to lose. It's your boy Umar. Peace.